What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautiful on this podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the real of reality TV. Now, I saw this post on the Neighborhood Talk and I wanted to share it, and I want to share what some people had to say about it. But basically, Stormi, she is celebrating her win, which I will go ahead and celebrate, too, because no hate over here. But she is celebrating the fact that she has become the first person and U.S. brand to hit 1 million in sales from a single live on TikTok with her product from Canvas Beauty. So she says, yesterday was a movie. I literally can't believe that me, a black girl from a no stoplight town in Mississippi, will go down in history with one of the biggest companies in the world, TikTok, as being the first person and brand to hit $1 million in sales from a single live stream in the entire United States. What we did will help hundreds, if not thousands, of entrepreneurs and brands after us change the landscape of e-commerce as we know it today. I ran so y'all could walk, and I'm beyond grateful for the opportunity. I almost lost my company last year. So to be here today is nothing but God, and I don't take a single moment for granted. I also can't thank my team enough. Every single member on my team made this possible. My husband for helping Canvas get off the ground back in 2018. It was just us in that kitchen, and you taking packages to the post office every day. We wouldn't be here if not for you. And I have to give a major shout out to the greatest COO in the world, whoever he is. I'll never be able to thank you enough for believing in the company when, I guess she meant to say where, but she put were, at our lowest. And always seeing the vision and mentoring me into the best CEO I can be. It's amazing what we've done in a year. All right. So, congrats to her for celebrating that win. Now, I will say that history that she is celebrating, that's great. I'm not on TikTok like that, so I don't really know a whole lot about it. But that's really crazy that she's made $1 million from a single live stream when there are big brands on TikTok, like literally really big brands on TikTok. And so if she's selling like that, I don't know how much the products are. I'm not familiar with her brand, and I'm not saying these things to hate. So please don't get me wrong if that's what people want to try to say. Oh, I'm not. I am all about people winning, and there really is literally enough out here for everyone in the world. But I am of not just the mindset, but also I am of the belief that the world overall, they put a lot of things out here to make a lot of people feel like they have to be of this scarcity mentality to cause people to be in one competition with each other and things like that. But you don't see big companies and big brands, dealing with each other like that. You could have a McDonald's next door to a Burger King and it doesn't affect either one's sales. People are going to go to where they want to go to. They're going to buy whatever they want to buy. And some people go to both. And when it comes to buying products, some people will buy a mixture. They'll buy products from this company and products from that company. But I'm saying all of these things to say that if she sold $1 million in products from one live stream, that's that really is amazing. But again, listen, and again, like I said, this is no hate. Really, it is not. But I just also know that when it comes to online, people can do what they want to do and be who they want to be and claim what they want to claim. And even numbers can, be shown to be one thing when it really isn't. And two, even though I get it, in the Black or African American community, it is important to celebrate wins because it is a community that is largely disadvantaged. So I definitely understand that. But it is a bit off-putting. Celebrate the wins, but I've never been a fan of people talking about how much money they made. Period. You can celebrate the wins without talking about how much money you've made, and the ones that I've seen do that, they tend to be a bit obnoxious, and I'm not going to name any names, but there's there's this guy who claims to be a celebrity chef. He ain't no celebrity, and he definitely don't do no work with no celebrities, but he's a scammer, and all he talks about is how much money he makes. I just made $125,000 last weekend. And it's like, dude, if you did, great, but you've already been proven to be a liar and a scammer. All of your restaurants have been shut down. You claim it was because of your mental health. It really wasn't. And for those who want to say, well, what does that have to do with Stormi? I'm not saying it has anything to do with Stormi, but what I just wanted to do is say that you can celebrate wins without talking about how much money, you made. But I guess if this is, maybe there is some metrics that you have to do that in order to say, well, I actually was the first one to do this because of the number. Okay, fine. But I digress. I wanted to just share some of the people's comments. But before I get into the comments, what I will say is this: thank the husband, thank the COO, thank your team, all of that good stuff. But what I will definitely say is this: her being on Love and Marriage Huntsville is definitely what helped her to achieve this. Let's just be real. Because I never heard of Canvas Beauty before she was on the show at all. I never did. And that being said, there are a lot of brands that you or I have never heard of, and it doesn't mean that they're not successful. So it doesn't mean that just because you've never heard of a brand doesn't mean that they weren't selling, or they weren't making money, or they weren't successful before you heard of them. But being on a big platform like this is really what catapults people to be able to have that type of recognition. So she can say, well, she don't care about the reality show, and it ain't got nothing to do with the reality show. But let's just be honest, it has a lot to do with the reality show, because it is the platform that gave you the visibility to be able to reach this feed. So I'm not saying she had to thank Melody in her speech. And this is coming from someone that doesn't have the title of being a millimeter, because I'm not. But what I will say is thanking the platform is definitely, I believe, something that is warranted. Because if it were not for her being on Love and Marriage Huntsville, a lot of people wouldn't have known anything about her brand. And I don't believe that she would be celebrating this win right now if she was not on the platform, period. And listen, we can say the same thing. No, I won't say the same thing, but we can also say that this show is what helped Melody also to be as successful that she has been. Being on television, for a lot of people, being on these reality shows, it has become the thing to do because it helps them with, one, the companies and the creations that they already had, like obviously Stormi, or two, a lot of people who get on these shows, and then after they get on it, then they create products and brands and businesses after the fact. So it's marketing, plain and simple. But I digress. I want to share some of these comments. Someone said, what was that you said about her little TikTok check, Letitia? Another person said, now, what was that about her TikTok money? And I'm assuming that person, they were referencing Tisha again. Somebody said, this is literally God preparing your table in front of your enemies. Last season, the Scotts, Marceau and Tisha, dragged Mel and Stormi for their little businesses and TikTok money. Now Stormi made 1 million on one live, and Melody got 1 million views on her single. Don't play with God's people. Somebody else said, now watch Mushmouth Tisha and wide hips gonna try to start selling stuff on TikTok now, like they tried to down talk Melody and her little t-shirt business not being respectable, just to put on a t-shirt with their businesses on it every chance they get. Congrats, Stormi. She did that. Say what you want about her, but better make sure you add she is an amazing businesswoman, period. Somebody else said, both Mel and Stormi are doing good, but honestly, Stormi has been shady to Mel since she came on that show. And also, Mel gave her a platform to get her product out. I don't care what y'all say, nobody knew who she was until Mel brought her on this show. I don't believe 22,000 people purchased $1 million worth of products, but okay. Now listen, I'm reading these comments after I shared my thoughts and views on the situation, but I didn't know how many people purchased the products. I'm not going to sit here and do the math. It doesn't even really matter, to be honest with you, because to me, success isn't about the numbers, but I also understand that when it comes to especially Black people, I don't know what it is about, I don't even like to say us, but I don't know what it is about the collective, some in the collective, because it's not everyone, because it's not me. I'm in the collective, but I'm not of that mindset where you have to tout the numbers in order to claim success. But also, this person said what I said. She was helped because of the platform. And that is just the God's honest truth. It's not a shade. It's not hate. It's just the truth. Somebody said, I supported and was disappointed. Each scent smells like crayons. Crying emoji. And I don't think the person was trying to be shady. I believe they were just sharing their experience. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to share that. A big congratulations to her. Again, no hate from me whatsoever. But I also just know that I know because she came on the show already having her business, already having her home, already having achieved a level of success, she may find it offensive at times to have the show correlated to her success, but there's nothing wrong with that, because obviously and honestly, she got on the show to help market her business even more, and it has helped, period. 100%. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. You can let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for being here, liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.